up. One of the stronger support heroes, at least zoning these type of heroes out. Tidehunter, doesn't matter if you have Kraken Shell because you're just going to be taking those pure damage from those glaives. So
got Roger looking for some action towards the mid. It was sort of spotted out by the ward. Still though, Somnus taking a lot of damage from this move. Will be able to stay alive and get himself back behind the tower, but they've got to be prepared for this these sort of rotations, LGD.
Yeah, it's getting pressured a lot. Only the 2 or 3 last hits right now on the gyrocopter. Versus no one, as we kind of felt it would be, right? That dazzle pick, that's why they wanted to have it versus this mid lane gyrocopter. Still having Roger kind of chilling around the area. Yeah,
it's just such a strong lane. Yeah. The offensive potential with the poison touch and these heals, as you've seen, if you're not used to it, even if you are, even if you're at the top of your game, these heals will throw you off getting those range CS.
Absolutely. But Pasha, we see he's starting to struggle, of course, because Roger's making those moves around the map. So he's just going to look to pull some creep waves, get chased out by X-Nova quite a bit here, as this Ogre who's just going to punch him. But full free farm, importantly for Ame. That's the one we're looking at. The Sven is getting no pressure on him whatsoever.
Oh, bit of a lift back onto Solo, dragging him into the creep wave there. Still set up for first. Solo stepping a little too far forward.
It's an FY Rubik. It's game 1 of the main stage. He wants the first blood.
Could be the beginning of a...
And you try to set up, you try to push. Do not let this Tidehunter get that creep wave off of the tower. And look at this. This is really gonna, this could actually chunk the tower down a lot. So Chalice, he has a skill of Gush, but he has the skill point of Gush, but no mana just yet. And Roger is making the move over.
And he's got that arcane range, so it's likely that he's gonna get the chance to get a couple of fishes out. See the opening, in they go, collapsing in onto Chalice. TP over will be coming through from the Ogre. They're blocking Chalice off. F1's there with the new got the Ramsey. The Ramsey starts to shift, turns towards F1, has to wait for him out over towards the trees and out of there. Chalice still alive. PSG LGD will be able to keep Checklist safe with the support rotation. They're still trying to poke. In fact, Chalice, he's come back up. The curse is on, and Chalice will still end up going down. Now VP turning their attention over towards X-Nova. They're going to try and chase for another. The Fade Bolt from FY will come out.
There's just too many creeps. They clipped the wave onto the tower too, so they just continue diving forward.
Yeah, those stacked up creeps working against PSG LGD there in that sense. And in fact, VP, they're still poking and they're still fighting. PSG LGD is trying to come back in for the room contest, but VP's already picked it up. Be able to grab that one and the top one. Meanwhile, down bottom, Arme does continue to get the wrap around. They've been blocked up, kept on the high ground. There's the ult from Pasha. They're ready to run them down. They're straight away on top of the gyrocopter. Somnus, he's in trouble. They've taken him out. The rest of LGD will be able to get away, but again, Roger blocking off the entire team with that Fisher. They're even going to be able to look to chase Arme a little bit, but the split will end. They won't push it any further. Still though, great defense from VP.
Yep. Bringing Pasha there. Roger, again, being in the right place at the right time. So far, Roger on point with his Earthshaker rotations in this start, these first 10 minutes. Only level 3, as he's been forced to move around a lot, but he's got the tome. He'll be able to catch back up soon. And looks like they're actually giving Somnus the tome in this one. Maybe will be the one taking it from his team. He probably just feels like he got set back a little bit too much versus that Dazzle. Sure, they don't have their Rubik level 6, but he'll probably be able to buy the other tome soon. Yeah, really prioritizing having that gyro off to a good start in that early game. Probably because they want to be able to farm. Like Tidehunter, not really that one who can run around and make plays too much early on. Sure, you have Ravage, but your gyro is that main driving force of your aggression on the LGD side until the later stages.
Sure, and even though his farm might not be great, as long as he can have arm.
The Gruul's going to be back up in about 5 seconds. Pasha does have a TP. He's setting up immediately. Yeah, defense of the mid tower.
And again, Roger. He keeps blocking LGD off. They keep coming over to VP's half of the map and they can't get back to their own. X-Nova's trapped. Roger himself, can he get away though with the telekinesis from FY, dragging it back into the missile combo. Stuns out Roger, he's still alive. LGD cannot get the trade kill as Arme tries to move forward, but all the damage over time is a pretty sizable heal bomb. Ramsey's looking for Arme. Arme's dead. Soga around the Chalice. It's a 5-man Ravage, but is there the follow-up? Sticks a pop. VP, they're back up to full. They'll collapse immediately onto Somnus. They'll get themselves another. Chalice will be able to escape. But VP, they are outplaying and coordinating these team fights to perfection.
Such beautiful rotation. I mean, Roger is just coming in so clutch for his team. That wraparound, again, he even gets put in the front lines, and he survives during all that. They don't have the damage because of how underfarmed the gyro is. Look at Maybe in the game. He's bottom 5 net worth. They don't have the damage for when he's in there.
And that's the second time that LGD's fallen for it. They're sending 3 heroes over the river, and it's as if they're forgetting that there's a Shaker in the game.
Nice, such beautiful plays there by Roger. And yeah, like we said, too tanky from to even go on. Ramses turns into the Morphling there.
But at the same time, there's also the potential of the global science. They'll find Solo. Still won't be a global. Or maybe they will. He's still alive because of the fact that Roger's able to throw himself in. Global's out. Roger keeping Solo safe. The heals are there. Chance will now pop the Ravage. It's a big one for LGD, but can they find any more? They'll start to move across. To no one with the gush. Another curse thrown out by Solo onto both X-Nova and Chalice. They're trying to chase for more here, LGD.
They know there's no Bruce split. That's the one thing. They're playing around that long cooldown timing. Trying to
pressure on. Looks like he may be a little too deep for them to continue to dive.
Ramses, he actually clicked the shrine, but he didn't click his attribute shift. So he just gets caught by the stun and dies. If he gets the shift off, he might be all right just there.
Chalice.
Dire's middle tower.
Taking quite a beat down here from VP.
He's got the constant dispel going.
Roger was trying to sit at the back lines in the 3-for-1.
You're right.
Yeah, the ball confused.
I saw an illusion.
Yeah, confused me as well. Made me question myself. But yeah, they managed to get the majority of LGD.
Yeah. They can go into this Roche split. They have their Bruce split. They know that LGD does not have their Tidehunter Ravage or that God Strength, actually.
How long? Yeah, still a bit of time to God Strength.
Yeah.
Can they still try and push VP out of the pit?
Still sitting around the area.
If they could time it right and get him with the stuns.
There's 15 seconds without God Strength, but they have a BKB on the spot.
Okay, Chalice, he'll jump in to get the vision, stun out to Ramses. Now the primal split comes out from VP, and now it becomes a lot harder for LGD to get close to the pit, as Pasha will be able to hold the team away, get that space for Roshan to fall, and Aegis to be claimed by Ramses.
They might look for a fight anyway, though, on LGD, because they know that there's no split available. Chalice is committing forward. They're going to have Ravage, they're going to have God Strength and BKB on the Sven. They want somebody here.
They are committing far. You have to be a little wary of Roger having the Echo Slam available, but Somnus is ready to go in underneath the tower, stands down from behind then, God Strength, the shallow grave, keeping Roger alive. So try and get rid of the stands out, but he does nothing at all. The BKB's out from Arme. He'll turn over towards no one. The stun control from X-Nova isn't enough. No one finally uses. They've got the damage. LGD, they get both. As Chalice sees the perfect opportunity. He's not even done yet. Jumps in for another anchor smash. Keeps the pressure on BP as they're pushed back away from the tier 2 tower. And despite getting the Roche, getting the Aegis, they lose the following fight. And
LGD, they want these bounties.
People want to try and force this fight here. They know the LGD's got the numbers, but they do have that Aegis on Ramses. There's the lead in. X-Nova get the stun. Arme gets the Pasha will get the ult out in time. We'll send Arme up into the air. Chalice is able to get in and claim the bounty rune.
You have to back away, though, Pasha. That's a fully defensive split. He can't stay there. That's the other thing, too, is the Brewmaster.
We talk knows how much it hurts. But absolutely, you say with that Orchid, there's still a bit of time where Ramses hasn't got that BKB.
Yeah.
Got to make sure he's got it ready as soon as they'll see that Orchid's out.
A lot of different targets they can go for it. Pasha being one of those main ones, like I was saying, that silence. He does want to throw it out. It's a bit too close to the base, though. Being a little bit reluctant.
VP just trying their best to split the map up. Now you know that LGD's playing as a unit now.
Roger. Getting stalked here by Ahmed. We'll be able to back off. So 30 seconds, we're going to have these bounty runes coming out. LGD, they've got creeps hitting the base. They're actually forcing a reaction to the base right now, so they're going to look to make an aggressive play. They're like, all right, Silencer just went top. We can definitely look for a fight right now. With a full butterfly finished up on Somnus. They're jumping for Rays.
The silence global does come out. He did manage to shift before the silence came in. So Ramses has got enough HP to be able to waveform back out of there. Pasha is going to start to fight back with the primal split. Surrounding X-Nova, Somnus with the flak will start to kill off the Brewlings very, very quickly. Pasha's got to be careful. Grabbing on challenge onto the back line. They found Roger. Arme's in with the damage. Roger's dead. There'll be a buyback from Solo. They can do it. Sorry, it was Ramses as Roger. It was Ramses in the shaky movie. And now they get both of them. It's a triple buyback from VPs. They'll try and turn.
Oh my god.
But that, I mean, I got baited. I saw a shake die. I was like, Roger's dead. I know how.
Seems like PSG LGD always seems to know where he is in the fights and catching him at the start. VP. They will look to set up for bounties. He's very far up the hole.
He's out of the game immediately, walking to his death.
They want more. But they won't find it.
Does have that BKB Ramses, so a little harder for them to catch out.
they're not really splitting up much versus this Morphling. So when I have seen, oh, X-Nova though, they're jumping forward for him.
Try for the quick kill with the waveform, and they down to try the Roger's going to buy him some safety as he jumps in with the Echo. Will popped as well as VP will try and chase for another. They're blocked off Chalice with the Fisher. He's very tanky. Tanky enough that they won't be able to commit and stick on him. Chalice is able to walk away. It's a buyback from Pasha. And again, it's just the Ogre dying. They cannot find any of the big kills.
And that was an Echo Slam committed too. And they only get that Ogre. Now a full Aghanim. So it's like even like dating back forever, it's always been like, I want to buy a butterfly, but you sometimes you just don't have the slots for it. This time he's feeling super confident. They have a 20k gold lead. VP starting to trickle their way out forward here. What can they find?
Ramses is going to try and look for the opening. They get the ball shot to two, but oh, he's in on the back. In with the gold trick. Silence is dead. We have to save it, Pasha, for a little bit with that shallow grip, but he's silenced, surrounded by Summers. Pasha's dead. No one taken out. Second in position, so he'll kill him off through the Glimmer Cape. As no one buys back. And Ame finds him hiding in the trees. Roger, as this is just getting very, very nasty for VP. Every single fight, every single play. I mean, poor X-Nova, he's taking one for the team.
As well as Roger, both playing on the left side there. Ame already pops the God Strength, ready to go. And then jumping in, Solomon's dead! Ravage is out, it's going to catch up to Pasha, who's held at the back. Silence to make sure the Pasha cannot get in. Roger, he's trying to poke from the backsides with the Fisher, but LGD just pushing it, taking the range rack's fortification. It's only going to last so long as they'll wait it out. LGD finish off the entirety of the mid lane of Rax. Ramses is going to look for the jump board. He's trying for X-Nova, 4 on X-Nova, but this time they gave him the cheese. They gave him the cheese. They gave him the cheese. X-Nova will be able to stay alive with the boys this group stage. And game 2 hasn't gone a lot better after game 1's been this rough. A lot of the games in the group stage where VP did lose, it was very one-sided, very stopping this game for the 20 minutes of Ramses catches onto Solo and Ramses, he's trying to play his way out back into the Shaker, will be able to get the 3-man Fisher and jump away. They're kiting up LGD for now. X-Nova steps forward, throws out a fire blast, agrees the pop. They're back onto their structures. Another tower taken. This push isn't going anywhere. LGD making themselves feel at home inside the base. There's the second round. Ramses bursts down. X-Nova, he's going to get the kill. A beautiful comeback story from the Ogre this game. From dying every team fight to taking out their carry. As the racks are down, that's got it.
GG well played. It's a win for LGD, it's a win for Ogre Magi.
So at least you have some type of solution to block out those arrows. They played solo. He wanted to go for a courier snipe, but they know.
Keeping it hidden there.
And they've actually forced Ramses to TP to the tier 1 here, because he was getting zoned out from the wave, so that's a little bit, can be a little bit scary. If you do actually get brought down as this Tower Blade now, you won't have that TP to return to the lane. So Ramses, they're gonna have to secure him, make sure he does not get killed. Mid, we see those first 4 creeps being secured by no one there.
Yeah, against the Kunkka with his right click, that's not an easy job.
No. Animation though, super good on Gyrocopter, pretty much instant, and you have the missile to zone him away. Doesn't get that deny there though. But overall, Kunkka versus that Gyrocopter, we've seen, I remember it was Team Secret, right? Last year, they loved it. Before it was nerfed, of course, with that Tidebringer, but overall, the way that Rum, just the interaction of Rum versus Black Cannon versus Gyrocopter overall is very strong. Able to pretty much counteract the entire flak, and then your team can go for a fight when Gyro doesn't have it if you get the Rum off during it. Great of a start in the game. There's a reason we don't see this hero picked too often, especially not in that 3-position role, as we've heard.
It's
not a strong
easy to do
laner.
this.
Yeah, he's having an excellent time. Already Arcane Boots finished up after that Javelin. Fantastic timing for him. And you see Ame, he has to play a bit afraid up here until he gets rotations.
He cannot trade with the pack.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's mid lane, setups there, FY. Timing perfectly.
Easy kill.
Gotta be careful how you step up in the lane against this SD, as it's very likely that FY is hiding in the shadows to make the counterplay happen. Pasha playing around with the Rolling Thunder. He knows that all he needs is a swashbuckle to get out of that combo.
Very nicely done there. Just, he knows it. He's watching the animation of the Kunkka, waiting to see if he thinks it's a boat, if he thinks it's a torrent, whichever one he believes he can save that Rolling Thunder if he needs to. but holds on to it. So Ame still has to play very careful up here, and he's just gonna have to jungle a little. PA feel like they probably just need to if they don't have their own type of star, right? If you don't have a Magnus, you don't have Bloodlust or somebody else that's just giving you that way to farm a lot faster.
You don't think sort of a Deso rush is... It's just too risky nowadays, one bad fight and you're not coming back into a game?
I think versus a hero like Terrorblade it's not worth it. Versus the other four, sure, but TP has such high natural armor.
I'll get the pull back onto Roger. Let's throw the ult out. It's going to clip onto Somnus. Pasha's still trying to fight with the supports as they'll roll it onto Xnova. But a dagger on Solo. Jump in. It's an easy kill for us.
With that blink.
I mean, Deso PA, you find yourself on top of Solo after he's dropped out a Hex and a stun. He's dead in a couple of hits.
You get yourself with 1 or 2 kills, you can just go straight into the Roche pit. And then you're going to be playing with an Aegis advantage, and the map is going to get smaller and smaller. So let's see if they can actually catch anyone on here. Jump forward. Roger. Is that no crits? He just died to like the regular attacks there, it seems.
I believe so. Just the damage of the Deso. It's terrifying. VP, they've got to hold themselves in the base. As PSG, they're waiting right outside.
Ramses.
He's going to step forward. There's the setup. The breach will block it, but the demonic purge is down. They're trying to come in the side. Oh, it's down. He's in with the Ramses. Ramses is dead. Pash is going to look to roll forward. The BKB pop from no one. They're hunting for the easy kills. Finger onto Xnova, but Xnova will live. He's out over the trees. X-Mark's there. The arrow will whip. They drag back Solo. Chalice, gosh. Dagger again. They're cleaning up these fights. Now that they've started to look for them, PSG, they just did a power level that's hard for VP to stand toe-to-toe with at the moment.
And the BKB is down for no one. They're committing forward for it.
They're coming back. They are going to have the ult coming down, but a jump over from Army will dodge it. Another X-Mark's there. No one's going to be dragged back towards the team as they take out the Jaro. They take everything here from VP, pushing down.
Ame wants more.
He's not even done looking for a crit. Won't get it. So Roger gets the chance to stomp. But you know that Ame's going to still maybe try and chase. Now he's playing it sensible. It's TI. He doesn't want to throw things away. Back towards mid. Pasha starting to bring the rest of LGD low. A boat will come in, give some of the rum to Somnus as he'll look for the TP out. Ramses can he find even though Xnova disruption. Make sure that his 2 cores get out alive, and Xnova in a similar fashion to game 1.
Vlad's at least finished up, but
Ramses
fairly squishy. Ramses
he's gonna get arrowed here. And he's stabbed. He pops the BKB. Ame himself also has the BKB ready. Jumps over. Solo's got as well, right? It was AFK.
That might be the game.
And he can't buy back. He just stood there and took FY's arrow to the face.
The drafting panel was concerned that there were no saves in this draft.
I mean,
he just walked, he just gets out.
And that's Terrorblade to spend 36 minutes farming for that. He spent the whole game farming and he gets hit by 1 arrow and all that fight was for nothing.
And they're just going to keep diving forward here. Pasha, X'd up, he's arrowed, and he's brought down. And that just might be it. Well, and he's going to try to commit forward.
But he does no damage.
And there comes
no damage. As LGD, they have really come into this first series of the TI9 main event with all guns blazing. Solo would jump in. The public goes down to Pasha trying to offer some sort of damage out there. Ball back on no one.
They're on top. This is
Soul's down, and with the spitter they do kill off the Kunkka. They get 1, they need so much more from this OVP. They'll find Chalice as well. They will manage to hold on, but their base they can't follow it up this time. And there to Solo, jump in, he gets the stun off onto 2 of them. Cooldown's down, no one moves forward. Yes, LGD will back. Now Solo getting brought down low by the poison. Passion in with a jump, they manage to cut down by Xnova. Shadow Demon's dead, buyback straight away. Roger on the back line with focus. Replay for what? Get back to the game, get it out of there. FY, he's been collapsed upon. Ramses, 2 kills, double kill. There's no buyback on FY.
double gems. Pick him up.
VP had to buy back on both supports for this, but they're fighting back. Not to be held down, and you can see even Ame's not invested in the rapier because he's like, are we fine? He's saving onto his money for now. He might resort to the safe play and just go, nullify and have buyback. We'll see how scared he is.
Maybe,
but
we'll
VP,
see. He's still feeling pretty confident.
They kick back.
They got the Aegis.
They kick back.
They got that Aegis and cheese. Very important for themselves here. But that, I mean, structural damage is still done, and that's while challenge as well. So it's 2600, he puts the Deso in, he's probably going to be critting with the DD rune over 3000 on if it's one of those like low physical armor heroes. Once it's the higher physicals, it's going to be a lot more reduced, but We'll see some big numbers.
Full Bloodthorn on Somnus, so we're going to see even more big numbers.
Yep.
Crits upon crits, Solo. He's going to look for the jump in. Pasha's there. Actually hits the clip, so won't be able to find the X-Nova straight away, and it gives X-Nova the time to put the disruption. The rest of LGD is moving in. Ratchet's in with a BKB. They'll kill off X-Nova. Can they get more, though?
They're trying to disengage. He popped BKB in meta.
BKB, double damage. He'll look for the quick but he's still a little scared. As the BKB will wear off, Arme not ready to fully commit. But FY finds no one inside the jungle. Ramses and Pasha, the last two left alive as Ramses is surrounded. They'll take forward, take him out in lead. It's cool. It's so in this upper bracket. As PSG take game 2, they take the whole series, and again, it didn't look close. This was LGD